Well, it looks like Disney have yet another failure on their hands because that is all they've been able to achieve as of late. I wonder why that is. I wonder why we have another show that can't get past the first season. That seems to be what we see out of these Disney Plus shows, whether it be Marvel or anything else. They barely make it past the first season. I'm pretty sure the only one, at least from Marvel, that got a second season is Loki. Everything else, first season, add it to the pile of flaming garbage that as it's about to go out, they just throw something else onto it. So we now have Willow, cancelled after one season on Disney Plus. I wonder why that's been cancelled. Well, that's because it was utter shite and nobody watched it, except me, because I thought this would be a good laugh to review. Other than that, wasn't many people watching this show. I'm pretty sure as it was going, it was rumoured to be at least in the hundreds of thousands. That's how many viewers Disney were able to pull in out of their close to 100 million subscribers. Don't know how they pull it off. I really don't. But as it says, there will be no second season of Willow. Oh, you know, I'm going to miss that show. I'm definitely going to miss that show. Disney Plus's live-action original series based on the 1988 fantasy film directed by Ron Howard. The news comes 2 months after the 8-episode first season of the show, which served as a sequel to the classic movie, ended its run on the streaming platform. Whatever shall we do? But Willow, which picked up years after the events of the film, did not have the zeitgeist cultural impact of the original, but was well received by critics, getting an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. Well, we all know how much they like to lie on behalf of Disney, because there ain't no way that's an 83%. While the series won't continue, Willow remains an important IP in the Lucasfilm library, so it might be revisited in the future. Yeah, sure. The news comes as Lucasfilm has been reassessing its film slate, taking time to identify the next movie in the Star Wars franchise. Probably never going to happen. Meanwhile, the company has built a sizable Star Wars TV footprint on Disney Plus. Yeah, they turned a theatrical franchise into a TV franchise. That's what Lucasfilm went and done. So it's not really anything achievable, is it? If you're too scared to release a movie because you know it's not going to do well. With such series as the live-action hit The Mandalorian, which is still terrible, the upcoming Ahsoka, probably going to be terrible, The Acolyte, probably going to be terrible, and Skeleton Crew, that's the only one where I'm like, there may be something there, just based on it having something to do with the guy that directed the recent Spider-Man films. So you may get a little bit of character, at least, in that, as well as animated fare. The cancellation also comes amid increased scrutiny at the media companies, including Disney, which have been curbing streaming content, spending in search of profitability. That's why it's not getting a season 2. No, it's because nobody watched it. Willow introduced new characters that were absolute garbage people. Villainous. Just horrible people all across. So what new characters they added? You know, none really. Just a bunch of imbeciles and a bunch of evil dickheads. That's the only type of new characters they added into Willow. And was set in a world where brownies, sorcerers, trolls, and other mystical creatures flourish. I think it's one of the worst things, at least I've seen, for a fantasy series. Really, really bad fantasy. An unlikely group of heroes, I guess that's what we're going to call them, set off on a dangerous quest to places far beyond their home, where they must face their inner demons and come together to save their world. They put it in a nice, they tie a little nice bow on it, but that isn't the case. But again, it's not a surprise. Again, series after series, they keep putting out this absolute garbage. Nobody watches it, and they're just like dumbfounded at what's going on. It's like, it's so obvious. But again, it's another series that can't get past its first season. How many of those have we seen at Disney? Disney just constantly, at the moment, taking L after L after L. Their live action adaptations of classic Disney movies are not working out well. They're getting ratioed into oblivion. So, again, Disney, are they going to change course? Of course they're not. They are not. They are that far down the road. There is no way to get back. They can't find the way back. They didn't leave themselves a little trail of bread. So they don't know how to get back. So that's why we continue to see the same thing play out, after the same thing play out, and nothing ever changes. But, who cares? Who cares about Disney? The absolute garbage that they're producing. But that is Willow, another show cancelled, another terrible show cancelled, and I don't see any other way than to say it probably deserves to get cancelled.